Hey, hello everybody, Brian back here with another Caspa update. Got some big news to share with you guys out there. Just came across this before I decided to do the video. But yesterday's video, I ended up coming down an extra 3%, I think it was, than what I called there. It sure looked like a bottom to me, but it did pull down just a hair more. Looks like we're getting a nice bounce here though. We zoom in here on the hourly. You can see this thing is bouncing beautifully. I'm going to show you the resistance and the moving averages and stuff here in a second. The rest of the market out there still looking pretty decent. You got some stuff bouncing. The stuff that is down very small, 2%, 1%. Got a lot of stuff ready to start bouncing here, heading towards the upside. You can see it, the smaller the numbers get, the closer they're getting to bounce. And so there's Caspa at minus 2.7. I think we were down 6% or something earlier. So everything out there is starting to get a little bit of a bounce. But here we go with the news here. Wrapped Caspa, a bridge from Caspa to Ethereum. Says Change Finance unites Caspa and ERC20, the bridge, coin market cap number 718939, and an exciting development, new opportunity for the Caspa community. Change Finance, a leader in the cross-change DeFi space, has successfully launched a native Caspa to wrapped Caspa. So that sounds pretty awesome. A bridge from Caspa to Ethereum. So there we go. That came out July 4th there. Change Finance unites Caspa and ERC20. So that's pretty big news, actually. A bridge from Caspa to Ethereum. So that's what we need. We need to be in the news constantly, and that's what Caspa is doing. So this thing's what more of an exciting opportunity could you want to be in here? And I'm sure that's going to have a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to have a lot to do with this bounce that we're going to have, but I think the technicals are more into that. But it could drive more people into buying here. So let's take a look here real quick at, let me get my top ones here. Bitcoin dominance, that thing you can see here, that double top coming in. Let's get out to the daily. I gotta get there we go. Yeah, you can see that thing is going back up. I think what it's going to do, usually when you get these trend lines like this, it'll come back up and bounce off of that. Let me lock that so that stops lighting up. There we go. A lot of times what will happen here, grab my pointer here, there we go. Is that the one I want? Yeah. A lot of times what will happen, you'll get this will come up here and hit this now, and then bounce off of that. Okay, that's what usually happens when you get these support lines coming up through here. It'll come back and retest that now as resistance and bounce down off of it. So let's get a look at the RSIs on this thing. The daily's actually at the bottom, but the weekly's way overextended. That thing is getting up there. It's at a 87 and an 84. The 12-hour is at the it's kind of at the bottom. The 8 hours at the top, and the 4 hours at the top. So it's due for a correction here. It looks, with that 12 the way it is, that could give it enough of a bounce to get up there and get rejected off there. So that thing is doing what we want it to do. Bitcoin's down a couple $100. It's still going sideways here. You can see this thing gave a nice bounce earlier, right up to that 31,500, that number we keep looking for, and it got rejected off of it there. So 31,500, roughly 31,550 bucks. Okay, I think this thing came up. What it come up to here? Let's see what the high was. 31,525. Okay, and then it got rejected. We need to flip that level. Once that breakthrough happens, boy oh boy, it's going to get really fun. I'm telling you, we just got to wait for it. It has to get enough bounce to get up there. All right, you can see the 12-hour RSIs at the bottom, the 8 hours at the bottom, the 4 hours at the bottom, almost at the bottom. So it looks like Bitcoin's getting ready to make a move here. Got that weekly going up. All right, but we got the 12, the 8, and the 4 is almost at the bottom. So Bitcoin looks about ready to go. You know, if you extend this line out here, okay, you can see it's amazing how these support lines, they just they keep working and working. We got a bounce off of it there. It came down. We got another bounce off of it there, and I'm expecting Bitcoin to, like I said, to really make a charge here soon. Time is hard to judge. It just really is. The Dow Jones is getting a shellacking today. It's down 300 and some points, but for the weekly there, still on that breakout. So that thing is absolutely doing fine. And if you guys are interested or not, I finally qualified for memberships now. If you're interested in that, it'll be in the description of the video. You can check it out there. You know, if not, you guys give me plenty of support, man. You know, if it's something you feel like you want to do, go right ahead. If not, no big deal at all. I don't do this for that. So I do it because the support you guys give me, period. You know, that's what I tell my wife all the time. You know, if it wasn't for the support I get from these people, I wouldn't even do this. You know, it takes you know, quite a bit of my time up, really. But you know, I genuinely love you guys. You guys are great, man. So anyway, let's move on here. This is the DXY. I was just looking down here because at the bottom we have a higher high, just barely a higher high here on the weekly RSI, and a lower high here. Okay, so let's go over to the divergences here. You know, and if the RSI is higher and the price is lower, that's bullish divergence we're getting on the Dixie. We got a higher I'm sorry, this kind of caught me off guard here. I'm sorry, this would be the other way around. Okay, the divergence is actually higher, so it's bearish divergence. Okay, so here's bearish divergence here on the Dixie, just barely, man. It's just barely a higher high, but it is. You know, if you zoom out here, look at that. I mean, it definitely is a higher high right here. So bearish divergence on the Dixie. All right, that's what we want to see. We don't want, like I said, I don't want to see the dollar collapse. Nobody wants to see that. We just want to see it come down a little bit so crypto can fly. That's it. So the Dixie, and now let's get over real quick total 1 and total 2, and then we're going to get to that Kaspa chart. All right, I get on here, I could just talk all day. I don't know why, but there you go, getting a retest of that bull flag here. Like I just explained in the other one. You know, if you extend these lines out, let's get it perfect there. There you go. You know, you can see the retest. Let's get rid of this lower one. It's amazing how they do that, but it came out. That's the retest. That's what we want right there. You know, things should bounce out of here. 12 hours at the bottom, 8 hours at the bottom, and the 4s at the bottom. So yeah, be watching for a move from the total market cap. And the total 2, that's without Bitcoin. Let's go out to the daily here. Let's get the moving averages out of the way here. Yeah, we still have that breakout. Looks like we're having a retest down here of that support line right down here, right there. Okay, you can see back through here areas of support through here, right there. So that's what it's doing. It's retesting. I'll bet you the RSIs are at the bottom. 12's almost there. The 8's at the bottom, and the 4's at the bottom. Yeah, so the market looks like it's ready to make a move here anytime. That's for sure. They're looking really good. You know, all these charts are. Kaspa, all right, let's get into this here. Okay, I measured this out earlier because it was confusing me yesterday why this thing went lower. Okay, I thought it was stopped out right there, and then I thought, well, geez, you know, if this wedge, you know, the measurement of the wedge, and I put it there, and it's gotten a bounce from there. So I'm going to do away with this. It was just baffling me this morning why the thing went lower than yesterday's video. So looks like we're getting a solid bounce from here. Look how low the RSI here is at the bottom. This thing is it's down to 37. That's what you want to really see, because you can get big runs up then, you know what I'm saying. The 8-hour still at the bottom down here. We're getting a nice big fat green candle on that 8-hour. Okay, so that's what we want to see. This thing is just starting to head up. It's bullish, an 18 and a 16. The 12-hour, look at that, perfect. It's at a 7 and a 3. Okay, and we're way down here at a 39. All right, we want to see that breakout, obviously, of resistance here. The daily, that thing is just starting. It's a triple zeros. Just waiting for that tick up. I have an alarm on this thing. If you can see it down there, that white line, that's an alarm that'll go off as soon as that thing ticks up. So, and of course our weekly looks beautiful. You know, that thing's at a 22 and a 19. It looks fine. The 1 hour is getting near the top. I was tracking this earlier. This trend line here, we had a breakout of that trend line. You know, and if you're using your trend lines, you'd want to put another one right there. You know, okay. So I don't want to confuse anybody. So for now, I'm going to get rid of these because we got to talk about this upcoming resistance here. All right, you can see right here where we fell down through this wedge. Let me open this up a little bit. There we go. Now everybody can see a lot better. Okay, let me get my pointer here. Right here where we fell through, we came back tested it as resistance. Okay, now we got this this bottom coming in now. Okay, we're getting this bounce up. Right here is where you definitely want to watch. Keep an eye on this. Depending on where it hits this at, you know, it could zigzag up in here. I don't know if it's going to go straight up or if it's going to come, you know, work sideways and work its way up. So hard to give an absolute price figure what to watch for, but you know, if it breaks that you know, call it 0.0225, you know, 226, anywhere in there, okay, then this thing is then we're back inside that wedge. Then we have the next resistance up here, but I'm betting this thing is getting ready to tear. You know, that's what I said. Time is so hard to judge. You can you know, you can look at charts and see how good they look as much as you want, but the time thing is very, very hard to judge. Okay, the 1 hour RSI, obviously that thing's getting near the top. No big deal. It does it all day long, up and down. Okay, and it can ride for a long time once it's up there. In fact, we have bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Okay, if I zoom out here, you can see it right down here at the bottom. Okay, you can see, whoops, I don't need that. See this low. Okay, it doesn't matter which one. This low here, okay, and then down at the bottom, it lines right up with my dotted line here. Okay, you can see it down there. Then we had a lower low on price and a higher high on the RSI. Then we had another lower low on price and a higher high on the RSI down here. Okay, these were coming down, these were going up. That's the strongest divergence you can get right there. So the 1 hour has bullish divergence there. So even with it topping out, I think it might ride that top for a while. Okay, the divergence is right there. Okay, so you can line them right up at the bottom. So that's good to see. The 4 hour. The 4 hour is about halfway up here. Let me get that off there so it's not messing us up. But look how low it is down here, 37. That's beautiful. The 8 hour, look how low. It's at a 36 down here. The 8 hour is just turning up. It's at an 18 and a 16. And if I could ask you to please hit the like and subscribe, guys, I'd appreciate that very, very much. The 12 hour, same thing, bullish. It's at a 7 and a 3. And look down here, it's at 39. Okay, and then our daily is at triple zeros, of course. And our weekly looks fantastic. So Caspa is looking absolutely fine. You know, I know we had some short-term fear there. This whole rounded thing here. There was no measuring anything out here. I couldn't find no ABCs, no, you know, no really 5 waves down, nothing. It was just kind of a zigzaggy corrective pattern. You know, I guess we had our wedge here. you know, but the measured move of that wedge, you know, if we took that measured move, that would have took us down a little bit further, you know, so, you know, we fell short of that. You know, it would have probably brought us down to 0.019 to 0, somewhere around there, but I just don't see that happening now, especially with all these RSIs. This thing looks fine. Could be just a fake out down here. You know, people might be thinking it's going down further, and it's going to stop out them shorts and rip back up through here. I really expect Caspa to go, and this whole market's ready for sure. All right, guys. Thank you so very, very much. You guys are the best. I will talk to you soon, and everybody have a beautiful night. I'll talk to you later.